great to see you. How's it been for you celebrating Black History Month? And we should also explain too, because you explained this to me. Why are we in this little bubble right now?
Yes. Oh my goodness. So, first of all, thank you, Rudy. You're a living legend. I had the privilege of you actually were one of my first interviews ever back when I was on Degrassi years ago at the MMVAs. And
I remember that.
yep. So it's very, very, very cool and the privilege to now be able to have an interview with you for my own personal
Oh
project.
my God, I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
my, you just gave me
Yep.
shivers, man.
Yeah.
Just gave me
All right.
shivers.
You
What an
know?
honor. What an honor. Thank you so much.
Yes, no, thank you. And then please, out of all the excitement, can you repeat the question again? So I want to be accurate.
No, and we should explain to people where are you right now because you were explaining to me that you're kind of like, because you're getting ready to do something and you took the time to speak with me.
Yes. So right now, as we speak, they put me in a more quieter room because right now we have models getting ready. We got other performers getting ready for a fashion art, Black history related event today. And yours truly is actually going to be performing the song that we're going to be talking about very soon. So they have me here, and I wanted to at least be able to do this because as soon as I heard I had the opportunity to do an interview with you, I had to do it. So I'm like, I'm here. As you can see, dress up for the occasion. We're getting it.
You're old school, man. You are truly old school, just like what we're going to talk about. But I want to go back to a little bit of what I was asking beforehand. Black
Yes.
History Month. How have you been enjoying it, and how important is Black History Month to you, especially when you got a certain somebody who would love to cancel it in a certain other place?
Yes. First and foremost, for those who know me and then the ones who don't, Black history is a very, very, very passionate thing for me. Way back when I was bullied because of the skin color of my skin color, which is ridiculous to say out loud, but because of that, it was really the launching pad for me to not only learn more about my history, but understand why I should wear it with pride. Be thankful that I was born into the skin and what comes with it. So with all that being the case, even now in the present day, I realize the importance of me in my position, being able to be on TV and film and having the ability to create music, how important my voice is to Black history and the continuation of Black history.
Absolutely. And just so you know, same thing growing up back in the late 60s, 70s, bullied. But the difference from today, from back then, you learn to do this, and the
Yeah.
bullying definitely went down lower and lower. So I want to point that out because it seems like for decades we've had to deal with this. You, my friend, you and another great individual have decided to celebrate Black History Month through music. What's going on?
Yes. So the composer of this song right here, his name is Richard Rodwell. And because we both have the first name, he just refers to me as Morpheus just to make things a lot simpler and less confusing. But the way we met was actually through Imsta Festa. And Imsta Festa is basically a platform for artists to meet other artists and then producers and engineers and stuff like that. They had it at TMU this year. Well, they have it at TMU every year, but it's such a fantastic platform for anyone who wants to learn more about their craft and meet other people and network. And he was actually a part of the segment of you'd be able to get your song listened to by a professional songwriter. And I was thinking, oh, I got to take advantage of this, Rudy. I have to do it. And ironically, he happened to be the person that was available as soon as the line, because it was a huge line. And as soon as it was my turn, he was available. So I went to him, showed him the song and my songs, and he loved it and stuff like that. I was like, wow, you have some potential in this. And he tells the story so great. When I got up and said thank you, I appreciate it. From his perspective, he saw me walk off and he's like, there's something about this kid. There's something about him. He has this presence where, and he's very accurate about this because what he saw is exactly how I embody myself. Where, regardless, respectfully, regardless of what anyone says, I'm gonna go for this. I'm gonna achieve something in this field. And it was amazing that he saw that from my presence alone. So fast forwarding a little bit, he reached out and said, "Hey, honestly, what do you think of this song that I created just out of the blue?" And I'm like, "Huh." I listened to it, and Rudy, I promise you, when I heard his composition, I lost it. I'm like, "No, please let me write something on this." And he was like, "Bro, yeah, absolutely. I'm honored. Why not? Go for it." And I sent it back to him. And he's like, bro, what did you do? And I was freaking out. I'm like, I'm sorry, what did I do? And he's like, no, no, no. You absolutely killed this song. Like I don't know how you did it. And from then on, we're like, yeah, we got to release this. And we realized, Rudy, the timing of everything was around Black History Month. So we're like, because it wasn't meant for it, but the timing, the divine timing just worked out perfectly. And we're like, yeah, we have to release this. We have to get this out there. And here we are right now.
What's the name of the song again? I'm going to ask you one more time. What's the name of the song? And what are the lyrics exactly about?
Yes. So the name of the song is called Was It All for Nothing? And that headline basically is the whole catalyst of the rest of the lyrics because
Mhm.
it's calling out the fact that my parents and my grandparents, what they had to endure when it comes to the racial issue versus what I had to endure, right? I have had bad experiences when it came to the bullying, but I'm thankful to say that I don't have to worry about going through a different entrance. I don't have to worry about sitting in specific areas. I don't have to worry about that. So on one hand, it's like I'm beyond thankful for what was laid out for me versus what I'm able to experience now, right? So was it all for nothing is questioning even when you go to the Cineplex, Rudy, you have stories that are like, wow, these stories were never told before. You know what I mean? Like these stories were buried in history and now they're being pushed up in the forefront, whereas before that was never the case, right? And then on another hand, I'm able to experience so many different things as a Black artist. But at the same time, we have things like George Floyd happen. How is that possible? So in my brain is like, there's so much to celebrate, but there's a lot to work on. Was it all for nothing? Was all that hard work for nothing? So these are the questions that this song should provoke when listening to it.
I am so glad that you guys wrote this song and the meaning behind it. I want to ask you this personally, though.
Yes.
Um, how important, because it took me decades before I realized the importance behind this. How important was it for you growing up, not realizing when you were around your parents and your parents' friends and family, and they
Mm,
talked about back in the day, and you weren't
mm.
so much as paying attention to it, and then suddenly, when you start realizing the stories, how important is it for you to maintain those stories, knowing what they had gone through? Whether if they moved from, with a lot of, like my parents, moving from Guyana to England, England to Canada, how they moved. It wasn't in a plane, it was on a ship and the things that they had to deal with. How important is it for you now to realize maintaining that knowledge of what your friend, your family, and your parents' friends have gone through?
Wow. Well, I have to shout out my grandmother for this because we had great conversations, and I realized this happened like maybe, late last year when I was at her house
Mhm.
and I was talking, and I randomly brought up, I'm like, Grandma, how was it? How was it? Like over here at one point for you, and like, and I don't think I literally asked her. I'm like, I don't think I've ever asked you what it was like coming from Jamaica to Canada. What was that like? And Rudy, I swear to you, I got chills, like nearly
Yeah.
emotional, hearing what she had to go through as a woman by herself at the time, or with my mom at the time, trying to make a living, getting schooling, getting a job, and I'm like, that is that is otherworldly. Like
And
the
they were
things that,
kids.
yes, yes, my grandma, like she was a younger woman at that
Yeah.
time, and it's like I couldn't even imagine what it would take. Like I had to personalize it. Like, could I manage that? And in my brain, I'm like, no way. There's no way. Because it's just how much you had to go through the migration, the cost, the this, the that, everything that came with the discrimination, the lack of safety, even in certain cases. Like it was a lot of stuff. And I looked at my grandmother and I couldn't say nothing but just give her a hug and be like, you're the reason why I'm here. But you had to endure all of that in order for me to get to where I'm at. So it comes with a whole different amount of gravity, honestly. The responsibility gets heightened that much more knowing that. So I'm glad you asked that question.
And I am glad to see how you represent that history. You are an amazing example of what respect from back in the day to respect of today is. And I love seeing what you're doing right now. Thank you so much for releasing the music. What else is going on with you in 2026?
Ooh, so I'm a workhorse. I don't stop. Like you'll never catch me not doing something. The quickest things I can mention is that there's definitely going to be more music, 1000%. I already got it ready and ready to go. And a lot of my music is very much centered around the positivity aspect of life in general, whether it's having fun with your friends or having self love, because I'm a big advocate on mental health. Um, Outside of that, I'm going to be making some TV appearances. I can't say which ones they are, but they're going to be very soon in the spring. I'll say that it's a very established show, so I'm excited for everyone to see that. So those are the two most immediate projects to look forward to in 2026.
Any chance I'll see you at TIFF or maybe even the Junos?
Potentially, that's always a goal. I've had the privilege to be at both in some way, shape, or form. Not on the level Juno wise, not on the level that I
Yeah.
want to as an artist yet. But again, that yet is the defining factor. So we'll see. We'll see.
All right, I got to let you go. You got work to do. You got music to represent live. You know that I
Yes,
said
indeed.
that live.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Brother, always big love and respect. Congratulations on success and looking forward for us running into each other in 2026.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for everything that you do. We appreciate it. We notice it. And again, appreciate it again because you deserve it. Thank you.